And welcome to our first mornings with Luann and Tim in September.
It's back to school.
It happened.
Except it's not back to school if you're Catholic.
No.
The
Lord said sleep in. So they did.
The only Huron Superior Catholic District School Board has a PD day today, so they're not in school. But the Algoma District School Board kids are all back in school this morning.
I'm sure thrilled. I know the parents are. You know? Seriously.
This was one of the most depressing times of the year for me.
Really?
I hated it.
Always, or just high school? Or?
No, always.
Really?
Hated school. You know why?
Why?
Because we spent our summers on the lake.
Oh, well,
on the river. And so this meant not having summer anymore.
You know where I spent my summers?
Where?
In my backyard in the sand.
In Espanoodle.
Tim.
In the sand?
While you were on the lake in your mansion.
It was on the river and it was a cottage. All right, we called it camp, right? That's another thing. What do you call it in Espanola?
Camp.
Camp. Going to camp.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to university and I said our family's camp, and they thought that we ran a camp for children. Because in Southern Ontario they called them cottages.
Cottages. Yes.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Back to school depressed the heck out of me.
I enjoy high school. I had my own little nerdy clique. Mm-hmm. There was like maybe 4 of us.
Yeah.
Because we were A, French, B, I was very shy and quiet.
That was before you got struck by lightning or something.
Yes. Yeah. Zapped my whole head. Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't a lot.
No, and I always had that sick, and I still get it. I still get that
funny?
Sick feeling in the pit of my stomach when summer's over. It's just,
and both my daughters are teachers, of course, so I was talking to them yesterday.
Oh.
And they were like, yeah, I already had the back to school nightmare, teacher nightmare.
They have
where
one?
they just lose control of the class.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a recurring nightmare.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be fun.
I was talking to Keith last night. He's home now. Brought him home from Sudbury on Friday, and he's on your schedule now. He was in the shower this morning at 4 a.m. getting ready to go film.
Oh,
First day of shooting, and he had to be out there at 4:30 in the morning. Anyway, we were talking about back to school, and I was saying I remember we always went out and got new outfits.
Yes, us
Did you
too.
do that too?
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of kids didn't do that.
No.
I always just assumed that everybody went out.
I did too, but I always did. And
did you lay them out on your bed?
Yes.
So did we.
Absolutely.
That was the one thing I liked about going back to school was the new outfit. But we laid out on the bed and your new shoes and everything. And boy, we were spoiled. A lot of kids don't do that.
I was talking to Jim about back to school this weekend, and I said, you know what's really nice about back to school and your kids have grown and gone? I don't have to buy 6 pairs of shoes. Because you have to buy new shoes for the new outfit. Then you have to have indoor shoes because you can't have outdoor shoes in the gym.
No, that's true.
So it gets expensive.
It sure does.
And then all the supplies and all of that. So yeah.
That's why it's nice for places like Staples that do that, helping out
Isn't
with
it?
back to school, like fill up backpack stuff for.
Absolutely.
Because it is expensive. Not everybody can afford that.
You know what I did with 68 tomatoes yesterday?
You probably either you had a really great tomato fight or you made something.
I made spaghetti sauce. 68 tomatoes.
Did you grow them yourself? Your 68 tomatoes?
Yes.
Good for you. What kind? Roma or the round ones or what?
We had some mostly Romas. There were some round ones, but they didn't take very well this year. Slicers, that's what Jim calls them.
I have
Not
a friend. I have a friend, and they have a pet pig.
Oh.
And the pet pig ate some tomato, and then it pooped the tomato out. And the poop and the seed ended up in between the crack of their house and their sidewalk. And they have the most fantastic tomato plant right now that's got all these tomatoes on it, all because it came out of pig poop.
Well, thank you, Tim.
Isn't that? I didn't know that could happen.
I didn't either.
And a pig eats a tomato, and there you go, tomato plant.
Wow.
And really fertilized.
Well, they say manure is so good for your gardens, right? Apparently, if it's direct with the seeds right in there.
But then now they had to give the pig. They had to give the pig to their mother because it's right in the pig pen. The tomato plant grew in the pig pen, and so if they didn't, the pig would eat all the tomatoes in the vines.
Oh.
So here they have this beautiful tomato plant, but
That
they had
could
to
work,
send the pig
though.
away. What?
Depending on how big the pen is, let him poop all over.
And then just re-eat it.
And
then poop it, and then imagine what you'd end up with, a tomato jungle.
Once you have your jungle, then you could send him away.
A tomato jungle of pig poop.
You know, I wonder if his name's Pork Chop.
No, but they had another pig, and his name was Breakfast, but he died.
Oh, breakfast sausage. Oops. Hey, you know what I saw on Twitter today?
I have no idea.
You want to hear?
Okay.
Okay. Remember Colin Kaepernick, the football player? First one to ever take
There
a
he
knee.
is. Oh, there he is, yeah.
First one to ever take a knee during
Because
the
of
national
police
anthem.
brutality against blacks.
Right. And, you know, whichever side of the issue you were on or are on, it's been a very interesting discussion. Because
People still keep saying, and they're protesting the anthem. They're not protesting the anthem, and they're protesting racial discrimination
Yes,
in the
they
country.
are.
Okay, so yes.
So, of course, President Donald Trump is very much against it.
Don't take a knee. Fine them, fire them.
Yeah, and like I said, it's been an issue that, you know, you're either here or you're here, and there's no gray. It's either stand the heck up, or...
You mean it's either black or white? Ooh.
I didn't say that, he did. Well, it ends up that Kaepernick has been hired as the new face for the Nike 30th anniversary Just Do It campaign.
Take that, racists.
And his face is there, and it says, quote, believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything.
It says that, but it says it better than she just did.
Yeah, so much better. And if you read it, you probably won't stumble like I just did. He's got to point it out, like as if you didn't see that yourself. He's got
I
to
think
tell
that's
you.
phenomenal.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, now you're going to see on Fox on Twitter.
Yes.
It's going to be boycott Nike,
Yes.
boycott Nike,
Yeah.
boycott Nike, because they're letting that black man tell us that there's a problem with race in our country.
Yeah, for
Boycott.
sure. But, and I guess it's affected his career.
Well, yes.
Like he's not. Is he playing right now? Do you know?
His contract ended and nobody would renew.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't know if anybody like picked
Currently?
him up. Yeah.
I think he's a little busy.
Yeah.
Standing up
Being
for,
a
I don't know.
spokesperson.
I don't know. that's a good question. Does anyone know what they're calling? Is it Kaepernick or Copernic?
Kaepernick.
Probably should learn how to say
Kaepernick?
Kaepernick. Does anyone know if Colin is presently playing with the team? Let us know here
Yes.
at www.sueonline.com or ontv.sueonline.com.
Or
Or send me a message and tell me what's Colin up to. I can just look it up myself.
Post it on Facebook or something. Yeah, because it would be
We
kind of
don't hear from
interesting.
you enough, people, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'd
Are
like
you
to
out
talk
there?
to you more.
Are you out there?
Yeah.
John, my neighbor John, and he owns this John's, he does repairs and stuff. John's.
Repair shop?
No, he drives around a truck and it says John's on the side, and he's a nice guy, and he sings karaoke.
Oh.
Yeah, he drove by my house yesterday, saw me working in the yard, and he's like, hey, you guys are doing a good job on TV. I was like, you watching?
Oh, stop it.
John
Somebody's
Anderson.
watching.
Yeah. He also rented his space out for a movie once. Yes, he's watching. John, if you're out there.
That is awesome.
Keep watching, John.
Yeah, and get everybody else you know to watch
If I remember
too.
the name of your business, I'll say it again.
Yeah, yeah. At least you didn't fumble it like I did. Although I did remember.
Hey, speaking of fumble, guess who's on the show today?
Who's on the show today?
Matthew La Montagna. He's from the city of Sault Ste Marie. He's a physical literacy coordinator for the city.
Wow.
Remember, I had him on before, and we talked about all the commit to be fit in the park. He did all the workouts all summer. The reason I said fumble is because he was doing like ball stuff and sports stuff.
Oh.
That was my attempt at a segue. Anyway,
That was cool.
there's a few commit to be fits left in September, and then he has a brand new initiative he's starting up, which sounds like a blast.
Okay.
So Matt's going to come on and tell us about how the city is continuing to keep us fit for free.
Awesome.
In Sault Ste. Marie. And then, also Joshua Richards is here. Josh also works for the city. He works for the library. But he has another project on the go. It's called Hot Docs. And that is going to be at the Sioux Community Theater Center, which is attached to
Alrighty.
White Pine. So he'll be talking about what Hot Docs involves on the show today. And you have the news.
I have the news as always.
So don't go anywhere on this gloomy Tuesday morning, September the 4th. Back to school, back to work, but the fun carries on with Luann and Tim.
Ta-da!
We'll be back after this. Joining me in the studio this morning is Matthew La Montagna. Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm well. Welcome back to ONNtv. You were here before talking about Commit to be Fit.
Yes, I was.
How did your summer go?
It went pretty well. We had a lot of people come out for all the activities between Commit to be Fit and disc golf. Everyone came out, everybody enjoyed themselves, and people just really liked coming out and having fun, and they love the free activities for the city.
The last time, I think you were really pushing the disc golf because
Yes.
you were getting into, you were talking about how they were giving lessons up there. They were going to have what would you call that, a tournament? Did you do a tournament this
No,
summer?
we didn't do a tournament.
Oh, sorry.
The disc golf league actually did their own
Oh,
tournament.
the disc golf league.
Yes.
That's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now you still have some Commit to Be Fits left in the month of September. Is that right?
Yes, we do.
Tell me about it, Matt.
So for our Commit to Be Fits coming up in September, today we start on September 4th at 12:15 to 1 with Miranda
raining.
Mayhew.
It's raining.
I know. I hope it stops.
Okay. Well,
I
where
hope
is it going to be?
It's going to be at the Roberta Bondar Park and Pavilion underneath the tent.
Oh, well, it's under the tent.
It's under the tent, so as long as it doesn't get too soaked, I think we'll be fine.
So, they're out there now putting the screens down for you, making sure it
Hopefully.
stays dry. Guys, put the screens down. Come on. Okay, so what time, Tay?
12:15 to 1.
Okay, so on your lunch break, head down to Roberta Bonner Pavilion, and what are we doing under the tent?
We're doing Park Fit with Miranda Mayhew from Catalyst and
From Catalyst Fitness?
Yes.
And what you doing?
It's called Park Fit.
Park Fit. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And so Park Fit is basically her using the tent and the structure to perform her workouts. So like you would be doing box jumps on the back in the amphitheater. You'll be
Right
doing
on the stairs back there,
Yeah.
up on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah?
She did like an ab circuit on the stage. She did a little circuit where you would do squats, box jumps, push-ups, incline push-ups on the
Incline push-ups with the stage kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
or on the amphitheater,
On the
and
amphitheater.
then she'd also make you run wind sprints from the amphitheater to the stage and back.
Wind sprints?
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Just sprinting as fast as you can, back
Really?
and forth. Yep.
Wow.
It was really good.
So just using the environment that she's in, Park Fit.
Yep.
That's really cool.
It was really cool. It was actually really fun. A lot of people afterwards all wanted like her to text her the workout. They all wanted the workout.
Because
after they did it one time.
okay, well, that's really cool. What's your name again?
Miranda.
So Miranda, what Miranda teaches them to do, the stuff that she shows them, the circuit that she gives them,
Yep.
anybody could then go back to Roberta Bondar and use exactly the, the venue's there and it's free,
Right.
it's open, go back and do your workout.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool idea.
It's not even just there. You can use it
Anywhere.
Do it anywhere really. You can do it at home. You can take it to the gym if you want to.
So this was really popular, this one.
It was. People really enjoyed it.
Okay, so today, 12:15, that's happening.
Yes.
Okay, what else?
And then she's back again September 11th.
She's busy, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Miranda.
She's popular. We all like her. She's really good at what she does.
Right on. So what's the next one?
And then after
Park
that,
Fit again.
Yeah, it's Park Fit again.
What date? September the 11th.
September the 11th.
A week
same
from today.
time.
Okay.
And once again at Roberta Bondar Park and Pavilion.
Yeah.
And then our last one
Yeah.
is the Ram Studios Ryan Mitchell.
Which studio was that? Ram.
Ram Fitness Studio, sorry. Yes.
Oh, I can picture Ram Fitness. Is that up on Northern Avenue?
Yes.
Oh, good for me. Corner of Northern Avenue and that one.
Yeah, I think Northern
Grand
Avenue is
Boulevard. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
I think we got that right.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, what are they doing?
And
Ryan Mitchell.
And I think he's going to be doing a lot. He's going to do outdoor fitness and utilizing the outdoor fitness center down at Clerk Park.
Because you have that. If you
Yes.
have not been down there yet, you got to check out this. The city invested in equipment and it's outdoor equipment in the park. That was something I think. Did they do that before or after? What's his name that came to town? That secret shopper guy.
I'm not.
Remember either.
I'm
But
not.
it was one of the
entirely
things
sure.
that he
Yeah.
talked about. He
Yeah.
showed about how you can have cities are now installing outdoor fitness equipment, and
Yes.
he did it.
Right.
In Clerk Park. So Ryan's going to be running that class down there.
And 12:15 to 1 on September 18th.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from
it's
now,
always
yes.
on a Tuesday, and it's always the same time, 12:15 to 1 p.m.
Yes.
So you grab your lunch, you go down there, you work out,
And then eat.
after you're done, you have a little bite to eat, and you go back to work.
Right.
That's brilliant.
I think it is.
Okay, so and you planned all this too, didn't you?
Planned all of myself.
Good for you,
Thank you.
La Montagna. Now we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the new stuff you have lined up for the fall.
for
and
sure.
This sounds like some fun.
It's gonna be
And you're
exciting.
getting Kathy Fisher involved at the Heritage Center at the Old Stone House.
Yes, I am.
You know you're in for a good time when you've got Kathy involved. Stay with us, and Matt La Montagna coming up on Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim right after this. Okay, so as if the exercising in under the pavilion and the tent and then in Clerk Park isn't enough, you've got some additional dates for us with a different exercise.
Yes, I do.
Okay, where did you hear about this stuff? I love it.
So with with the drum. So the new thing we have coming up is called Drum Fit.
Drum Fit.
And how we heard about it is in a couple meetings we were talking about it with our community partner at Oklahoma Public Health.
Oh, look
Joss.
at this. We've got a video of a class going on. Keep talking, Matt.
Okay, sorry.
No, I'm sorry, yeah.
And we were talking about over Luke Joss, and he talked about it and he explained it to us. And basically, what you see in the video is using the stability balls, and you're drumming on them.
Yes.
And you either follow an instructor or you follow an instructor on a video similar to YouTube or Netflix, and you follow him or her, and you just do the exercises. You'll be doing drumming, and then you go into doing core exercises, jumping jacks, squats. They'll even utilize the stability ball in any way, shape, or form.
Brilliant.
It's really fun.
Who's heading this up for you?
Well, for me,
We're going to use the video.
yeah, we're going to be using the videos. We managed to go through a whole rigmarole, and I had to burn DVDs for it because
Okay.
it was such a mission that we had to finish to get it done. I was getting so stressed out trying to figure out how to do it.
So how many versions of this do you have now that you...
We have two separate DVDs. We have one for mine on September 15th.
Okay.
And then we also have another one on September 28th.
That's to be with Kathy.
That's the one with Kathy Fisher.
Now let's go back to the first one you're
Yes.
doing. September the 15th, what day of the week does that put us on?
That's a Saturday.
Saturday, September the 15th?
Yes.
And you've got how many sessions on that one day?
I got 3 sessions.
Okay.
And it's going to be from 1 to 2,
Okay.
2 to 3, and 3 to 4.
All right.
And each session itself is a half an hour long. You have the full hour to, like, by the time everybody gets settled, and then when people exit out after.
Right.
Right.
And is there any kind of like a warm-up or just instruction, or is that part of the video? Like, does it...
There's gonna be a warm up. I think the first video I have set up is more of a warm up video.
Okay.
Just to sort of like get everybody going, and then the couple after will be a little more intense, and then it'll pick up.
Right on.
Yeah.
Now this is really cool where you're doing this.
Yes.
The location for the, what's it called? Drum Fit Day is?
It's at Ermatinger Clerg at the Old Stone House in the history. Oh my God.
It's the new, the new building in front of,
Yes.
not the actual Old Stone House, but the Discovery, is it called the Discovery Center?
There we go. Oh my, I couldn't figure it out,
That's
sorry.
okay. Your job is to be fit, my job is to talk.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm the brain, you're the brawn.
Perfect.
Okay, together we are a team. Now what were the words? Discovery Center.
Discovery Center.
Okay, so Discovery Center, which is that newer building in front of the Old Stone House,
Right.
and there's a theater in there.
There's a theater in there.
So you're going to have 2 rows of...
2 rows of 8.
So
of each drum
16
set.
balls we all
Yes.
set up to play.
Yes.
And the cost for this is
Free.
totally free.
And the one thing I will say is you do have to register for it.
Okay.
And the website is called is on www.eventbrite.ca.
Eventbrite, and that's EVENTBRITE.ca.
Yes. And then
Drum Fit Day.
Yeah, and the link is on the promotional poster. But to make it easier, as soon as you get onto the Eventbrite homepage, just search up Drum Fit, and then click on register, and there's the 3 session times that you can choose from.
Okay, so you're going to go to eventbrite.ca, you're going to check for Drum Fit, and then choose a session time and register.
Yes.
That's not hard to do.
No.
And if anybody has a problem, all they got to do is call Matt La Montagna
Yeah.
at the city of Sault Ste Marie and say, help me.
And I'll walk them right through it.
There you go. Okay, so the 15th is the first day.
Yes.
Now there's a extra special one coming up on the 28th again.
Yes, there is.
And that's so that's Saturday, September the 15th. Now Friday, September the 28th.
Yes.
Same location.
Same location.
Ermatinger Clerg National Historic Site in the new building, in
Right.
the theater. What's this about now?
This one is going to be it's called Culture Days on the Beat.
On the Beat with Culture Days. So you're incorporating the fitness
Yes.
with the Culture Days.
Right.
And Kathy Fisher and the whole gang down at the Discovery Center.
Right. And now,
So cool.
And so this one's going to be, it's going to be a little more, they're both family friendly.
Yes.
And they're for all ages, all abilities.
Yes.
But this one will be more, a little more tame, a little more culture based with the type of drumming, a little less intense.
I wonder if we might have some indigenous drumming, some like First Nation drumming incorporated into that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yes.
Culture Days.
Right.
Kathy? You know what? You're just guaranteed it's going to be interesting, and you're going to
Yes.
learn something while you're getting fit too.
Right.
With Kathy.
And with this one, it's not going to be like, you don't have to sign up on Eventbrite. This one's more just to come and go,
Oh, just
walk
show
in.
up.
Because it's on its PD day, so a lot of families are going to be out.
Oh, Friday the 28th is a PD day.
Yeah.
So bring the kids down, send the kids down. 4 different times that day.
Yes.
10:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 2:30 p.m. So get the kids out of the house in the morning and send them exercising, and they'll be in great moods all day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then you can go down after lunch or whatever, get your day started with a workout.
Yep.
And culture. And knowing Kathy, she'll probably have other things like treats and things, or like healthy snacks and juices.
There's a whole day, there's a whole cultural day plan.
Yeah, she's gonna have. Actually, I believe we're gonna have them on the show talking about Culture Day, so we'll get the whole scoop on there.
Oh yeah.
Now let's move on to. So you got Drum Fit on the September 15th, September 28th. Okay. Now we've got the pickleball tournament. Is that the pickleball? Those are little air hole balls.
Yeah.
I love it. Which camera? There we go. Sector camera. Here, let's go to the bumper shot and get a close up of there. Pardon me, Matt. I'm gonna put this right in front of your face. Look at that pickleball tournament. See those little air hairball? So what's this all about? Tell me.
So with pickleball now, how we came across with this is that it's been a bit of a newer sport that's kind of been picking up in town.
Okay.
And it's similar. It's similar to a cross between tennis, badminton, and ping pong. You have oversized paddles.
Cross between tennis, badminton, and ping pong.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oversized paddles.
Oversized paddles, and with the balls of holes.
The little wiffle balls.
Wiffle balls, and you're playing it on a smaller tennis court.
No kidding.
It's a smaller size court, and the whole game is all played underhand. So underhand serves, underhand hitting.
All underhand.
Underhand and backhands. So like, no overhands.
Right on. And this is later in the year. This is October.
October 6th, this tournament will be happening.
Okay, and it's a tournament.
Yes.
Starting at 9 a.m. or check-in at 9 a.m.
Yes.
Games at 9:30.
Yeah.
And you're holding this where?
William Merrifield Park. It's on Patrick Street in the West End.
All right.
And I picked that location because it was one of the more nicer looking of the courts. It's all redone, resurfaced, brand new. It looks really nice.
Show it off on Patrick Street.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, that's my neighborhood. Ooh. Right on. Free registration. So you go to Eventbrite again?
Eventbrite again.
And you're going to look for Sault Ste. Marie pickleball on Eventbrite.
And then you just pick which division you want to play in. So beginner or intermediate or advanced.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We're going to have you back on the show closer to the October the 9th date to promote the pickleball again.
Sorry.
What did I say?
9th.
October the 6th.
Sorry.
I do this for a living. You think I should actually can read. October the 6th is pickleball. September the 28th, Friday, is Culture Days, drumming with Kathy Fisher and Matt at the culture, what's it called? The
Heritage Center.
Yeah, what he said. And then also the closest one is Saturday, September the 15th. Register at eventbrite.ca for that one. Matt La Montagna.
Thank you,
Thanks
Tim.
very much for keeping our city in shape with all this great fun stuff you've planned. Congratulations on your success so far.
Thank you.
And we'll see you when you come back on the show. Stay tuned. Coming up, I think it's News is next with Lou Ann on Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim. We'll be back after this.
Thanks.
And welcome back to Mornings on TV with Lou Ann and Tim. He's already snorting. Hey, we're just sitting here chatting and laughing.
I haven't
seen you
in 3 days. I forgot how funny you are.
Yeah, looking. You know what?
No.
Something that just blows my mind.
Oh.
Did you ever watch The Cosby Show?
Yes.
Remember the son-in-law? Sandra,
the lawyer.
Yes, Sandra's. He started off, of course, as the
Wasn't
boyfriend.
he a lawyer?
Yes, I think he
on
was.
On the show?
I don't recall, actually. But anyway, his name's Jeffrey Owens. Somebody...
There he is. Oh, I recognize him. Well, he's older now.
Right, yeah. Somebody took a picture of him at his job at Trader Joe's in New Jersey.
What's Trader Joe's?
Trader Joe's is like a Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where he works now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and he's still doing some acting, but as you know, sometimes in between gigs, it goes for a long time. Totally job shaming this man.
Jake, what? So they put his picture up saying...
And the headline read, instead of reading lines, he's serving long lines. Well, nice.
Wait, so the guy, so he's still working where he can, but in the meantime, he's working at another job to pay the bills. So you assume just because the guy played a featured role on a TV series in the 1990s that his career is always going to be...
No.
Like, that's not how it works.
No, and he's done different appearances on different shows, some of them very, very popular, and I remember actually seeing him do those roles.
Probably has a family, no? I mean, he's got to make money. What do they expect him to do?
And you know what? So many people on Twitter came to his defense, actors, just, common Joe. He's actually on television this morning in the States, and he says a man doing an honest day's work used to be something to celebrate, and he says now, apparently, it's not.
And I'm Fox again. I'm sorry, but these are the people who say Hollywood elitists.
Yes.
Meryl Streep is out of touch. They should just act and keep their mouths shut. They don't know what we go through. They're not average. You know what? Hello, welcome to reality.
Exactly.
All right? There are maybe there are those people in Hollywood that they are. Like in Canada, 83% of professional performers are unemployed. There's an 83% unemployment rate among the population of actors in our country. So yes, you're going to go out and get other jobs. Hollywood elite is the handful of celebrities who make it that far, who constantly work in the industry.
And you know what?
That's not the normal thing.
Honest man doing a good day's honest
and then
work.
They turn, and then when they turn around and find somebody from Hollywood who isn't, who's out there like, oh, look how far they've fallen. No, that's the real world, Fox and Friends.
And you know what? It's not falling. It's just making
it's making a living.
And you know
paying
what?
the bills.
Doing what has to be done. Good for him.
Yes.
Way to go, Jeffrey Owens. We'll be back.
And we'll be back?
Yes, we'll be back.
That was, okay, Mama was on a rant. So now when you see Luann bagging groceries, please
don't insult me.
Don't put her picture on Twitter unless she looks like this. So I'm coming back now to talk to Joshua Richards about hot dogs. Very interesting.
Hot docs.
Second
as
annual
in documentaries. When you were saying hot dogs, I was thinking hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Said you're going to do a whole segment on hot dogs.
Yes, and the bumblebees will come. Like
yes.
Did you see that on Twitter? Okay, anyway, we'll be back with Joshua Richards talking about a documentary festival coming. Not festival, darn it. He just said it's not called a festival.
And you said festival.
It's not a festival.
It isn't a festival.
Smarten up. It's not a festival, it's a thing.
Don't call it a festival.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Come and hear about the thing right after this thing.
The hot dogs thing.
Yeah, after this thing. Joshua Richards is joining me now. Joshua, can I call you Josh or Joshua? What do you want?
Josh works.
Josh works? Okay, so Josh Richards, you're employed by the city of Sault Ste Marie, yes?
I am, yes.
And you are involved, now people all morning long, have you been thinking I've been saying hot dogs? Because everybody in the studio apparently thinks I was saying hot dogs. Hot docs.
Yes.
Docs.
You
like
got
documentaries. It's on the thing. And it's not a festival, it's a showcase. That was the word I was searching for, Josh. Josh, tell me about your film background. You are an artist.
Yeah.
First, before being an employee of the city. Tell me about your background in art.
So I did a BFA with honors at Algoma University, and I did double majored in graphic design, and I also took video game design at Sault College.
Wow! So you utilized both of our post-secondary educations here.
I got the full tour.
Algoma and Sault College.
Yeah.
And you're currently still involved with Sault College in what capacity?
I'm on the video game advisory board right now. I chair it.
That's very cool. You're young. How old are you?
30.
Oh, you look younger than you are. So, do you still do independent work independently, creating stuff?
Oh yeah, I own 2 companies locally.
Oh, come on! What are they called? Give yourself a plug.
Dreamwing Studios, which is our graphic design firm, and North Origin Games, which is our video game production studio.
Good for you, young entrepreneur like that. And now also heading up this showcase.
Yes, showcase. You
Okay,
got it.
second annual.
Yes.
Tell me about the origins of the Hot Doc Showcase.
Hot Docs came out of Toronto. It's 200 films from across the world. We try to go Canadian if we can. And it's shown to 200,000 people in Toronto, and that's their main selection process. Then they get a short list, we get the short list, and then we get to pick from that. The first year was actually covered by the Trillium Foundation, which supports the showcase.
The Ontario Trillium Foundation,
and
right?
This year we're on our own, and we got to pick from 14 films this year, and we're trying to get it down to 8. And we had a great turnout last year.
You did?
Yeah.
Was last year, now who's in charge of this entire Hot Doc showcase, bringing it all together, making it happen?
Brian Wilson was our main provider of this. He
Now,
really
Brian's with the board of the Sault Community Theatre Centre.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was the award recipient of the Volunteer Lifetime Achievement Award last year.
Right on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Brian's been around in this community forever.
He does a lot of work.
So you and Brian together kind of had
Yeah.
this up then? And so last year, how many films did you feature in the showcase?
We did 8 as well.
Okay, is
But-
that a standard thing you always, I mean, is this an agreement you make with the organization, Hot Docs organization, that you're gonna do 8, or is that your choice?
We picked 8 because we felt we wanted to do a nice weekend. We also did a 9th showing for the school. So we had about 1,500 kids through that got to see Bee Nation. So that was our kind of contribution to the educational side of our mandate.
Nice.
And it was wonderful.
So let's say, okay, so Toronto has already done their 200 films,
Mm-hmm.
and they've sent you their short list of, is it 18 this year, or how many, sorry?
14.
14 films. Now you have to set about watching these 14 films. You've seen trailers already?
Yep.
So you know where you kind of have an interest, your curiosity is piqued about certain films already,
Yeah,
obviously.
definitely.
But you're going to watch these 14 films, you and a couple of other folks?
Yep. Brian Wilson. Hopefully we'll get Dan Neistat on again this year. He was
Local
wonderful
filmmaker
last year.
Dan Neistat.
Yeah, excellent. And then we have a few other individuals from different backgrounds. We have a vice principal on, we have a news reporter on, we have a couple other personalities.
You were talking about sort of categories, topical categories. Can you divide that down for me again and say what you were sort of looking for as far as documentaries on in the areas of?
We try to highlight business, human stories, science, and then we try to throw in a little kind of wild card in there too. We try to touch on political issues and something for everyone so that you can see kind of 2 films in a row that kind of have something to do with each other, and then there's a good selection through the whole showcase.
It's a really cool process. So this is the 2nd annual, and the actual films are going to be shown when?
First weekend in November, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we're going to have a kind of a kickoff, hopefully Friday. And we're looking to bring in some directors to talk.
Oh yeah, you were talking about the fact that when one of the things that Hot Docs as a showcase what it offers when you were involved with this group is that you can, it's almost like an a la carte menu. You can say, I want this film, and the cost to bring that film up is X number of dollars.
Yeah.
Then along with that film, I have the option of bringing up, an actor or a director, and the cost for that is this much. So then you can plan your showcase out by your budget.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, very cool. Listen, we're going to go to a commercial.
Sure.
When we come back, I want you to talk about some of the titles. Well, not necessarily the titles, but some of the films, the ideas of some of the films that you've looked at the trailers for that you think are pretty cool, and what we might be looking forward to here in the zoo, and then also the fact that it's at the theater center, that people may not realize that they can show these great films there as well. So more to talk about with Josh after this brief message from our commercial sponsor. Stay with us on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Hi, I'm with Joshua Richards in the studio. Thank you, Helena Hopalainen from the library, for sending Josh to me to talk about Hot Docs, D-O-C-S, as in documentaries. So, you've seen some trailers,
I have.
and now the movies actually arrive when?
So
For you to actually...
Oh, it's digitally linked. We get them through Vimeo, and
And you're going to start watching them now? Like,
Yep,
is this
yeah.
the time?
I started previewing a few.
Did you?
Getting a feel for them.
So how does it work? Do you all watch all the films, or do you sort of say, Brian, you watch these ones, and so you watch these ones, and then you come back to the table and say, I suggest this one, or do you all watch all 12 films?
We generally all watch them.
Really?
Yeah, so it's quite a process.
The documentaries, how long in like time-wise, what's the variance? Some can be very short, I'm sure, and some are probably longer. What?
Generally speaking, we get full length, so where it's between 80 minutes and 120.
Wow, so really, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's a time commitment. You're looking at like 20 hours of your life watching these.
I usually do work while I'm watching them.
All right. I guess that's all right then. And so, Some of the features you're talking about this year. You mentioned about a young chef or something. That one's pretty cool.
There's one of the films is about a young chef who's kind of catapulted into stardom.
He's like 14 years old or something.
Yeah, and he's got the skills that are beyond his years, so he's gotten a lot of attention, and he's really struggling with a camera on him all the time, and that kind of like young rock star feel.
Right. Oh.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, but from a whole other perspective, from a cooking show. I mean.
Yeah, it's different, right?
The other one you talked about that I thought was really interesting was about the flat earthers.
Yeah, so we're one of the documentaries in the mix is about flat earthers. Not sure it's going to make it into the showcase, but it's really interesting because it's this really buzz thing that's happening in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I know. And I guess what's really cool also for you is that, as you say, even if something doesn't make it into the showcase, you've had the pleasure of at least watching it. And,
Yeah.
and these are out there. Then you can also make recommendations to your friend and say, okay, this one didn't make it in, but you would have loved it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you said in November are the dates.
Yeah.
And it's held at the Theatre Center.
Yes.
Now it's now formerly known as the Kiwanis Community Theatre Center,
Yeah.
but now the new name is the Sioux Community Theatre Center, SCTC, right?
Yep, you got it.
And the venue seats just about 980 or something like that, close. So it's a big auditorium.
Yeah.
But they can make it more intimate if they want to by closing off the back section. So depending on what you want to do, and they have a big screen that comes down, right?
Yeah, now that's the main group where we watch Banff, but generally speaking, Hot Docs, we use the smaller
Do you
black
use the
box.
black box?
We use the
The
black box.
Trixie Hardy Studio.
Yes.
Yes, the late great Trixie Hardy. So this is the black box. Basically, is a black box. All the walls are black, the floor is black, but there's
Yeah.
lighting and stuff in there, and it's very comfortable. It's a more intimate space for sure.
Yeah.
Because how many people do you generally have showing up in your audience for Hot Docs?
Generally speaking, we max about 110, 120.
Okay.
If the film's really good, we've put some chairs on the floor if it's really
Right.
fills up quick. It's a good space because it's the same size as the main stage, and it allows us, we have portable risers, and we can really manipulate the space with still high quality sound and video.
And also, then when you have speakers, if you do bring somebody in, like, I mean, a director or a producer or a cast member, it's so much more intimate to be in
It
that
is.
space rather than have them on the stage and you're way out in the audience. You were saying last year, one of the Q&As after, you had to cut it off because the audience was so engaged, the conversation went on and on. It was great,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Stacey Tenenbaum from the movie Shiners, she was doing a documentary about shoe shining, which is fascinating that it's still around.
Yeah.
Because it's
It
something
is.
we
I know.
attribute
You
to
see
the
it- you see
past,
it in
right?
Toronto Airport all the time.
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah,
And so she stayed and talked, and the audience just didn't want to leave.
yeah. She was great.
That's
Really
the sign
good.
of success right there,
Yeah.
for sure. What about financially, how are you surviving? I mean, how does that work?
So we are a non-for-profit charity, so we look for sponsorship.
Oh.
And
So there's opportunities for people in the community to support you?
yes.
How can they do that?
So they can get a hold of us at the box office or through me or Brian. And
Okay, so when you say the box office, you mean in the station mall?
the station mall, yeah.
Okay.
And we basically have different packages. You can sponsor a film, you can sponsor the whole showcase, and we give advertising opportunities, speaking opportunities. If you do the whole showcase, you can come to launch. And
Oh, that's nice. So if you have like 500, what are the different levels?
so
Go
let's
ahead.
double check the notes
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
make sure
okay,
I'm
I
not
see
talking. 150, 300, and 1,500.
Oh, listen, people, if you have $150 kicking around, if you're a business, if you're $300 for a film supporter, and you get the complimentary tickets, logos, you get mentioned at the events, social media. This is a good investment in culture in Sault Ste. Marie, and because you are a registered not-for-profit,
We can give you those
tax receipts.
Yep, you
So
got
there
it.
you go. This is great for businesses who want a little bit of promotion and want to help out the community and be involved in the arts. Joshua Richards, you're going to come back on the show,
Yes.
please, maybe late October,
Okay.
and you're going to tell me which films you've chosen that have made the short list.
We can do that.
You do 2 films on a Friday,
Four on Saturday and two on
on a
Sunday.
Sunday. So it's a great weekend of entertainment in November. Once the weather starts to get colder, we can all head down to the theater center into the black box.
Be nice and warm.
Be nice and warm. Enjoy. Do we have popcorn?
We're looking at that, definitely.
You get me popcorn, and I'll. If you get me popcorn, I'll be a film buddy and give you $150.
Deal.
All right. Bruce, we're giving 100. Just talk to the owner of the studio. Listen, Josh, really a pleasure. Thanks
Pleasure.
for being here this morning. We're going to come back to say goodbye with Luann on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Make sure you check out Hot Docs. Oh, is there a web page or anything, or a Facebook
Yep.
page? I should ask that before
We're going to launch it soon when we get the film selection, because we set it up like Cineplex.
Okay.
And it'll be on SUCTC.ca.
SUCTC.ca.
Yeah.
SAULTCTC.ca.
You got it.
And that's where we can find all the information.
You got it.
I'm glad I got that one in. Okay, stay with us. We'll be right back after this. Sorry about that. Be careful on the roads, ladies and gentlemen. There are students
Yes.
back at school. School buses are out. It's a little slick in the rain. Drive safely on this Tuesday, September the 4th. Luann?
Kids are excited and they're bouncing all over the place, carrying their new lunch bags and their pack sacks,
And
showing
they may-
everybody what they've
and
got.
they may be on
and
the
they're
road
looking like
texting
this.
and
yeah.
stuff, so really
Be
extra careful.
Have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back here tomorrow morning on TV. Mornings, Luann and Tim.
We'll see you then, and thanks for being here today. Stay dry.